New details in yesterday's deadly crash that followed a police pursuit that all began with gunfire in the city of Rochester and ended in the town of Brighton.
The victim of that crash has been identified as 92-year-old Thomas Chase of Brighton. Natalie Kutchko was at today's news conference. She joins us now with the latest. And Natalie, I understand these suspects are familiar to police.
That's right, Teresa and Adam. We have learned the three suspects who crashed into the victim's vehicle with a stolen Kia are between 17 and 19 years old. Now, that 17-year-old driver is on parole for burglary and had been arrested at least a dozen times just last year for burglaries across the city, mainly smash and grab crimes involving stolen cars. Around 3:30 Thursday afternoon, Rochester police responded to the reports of gunfire near Mariah and Bernard Streets. Police arrived to a crash at the intersection of Clifford and Mariah Streets involving a Kia previously stolen from Irondequoit with bullet holes on the outside.
This was a gunfight. You can hear different caliber weapons in this shot spotter activation.
RPD Chief David Smith says one of the suspects, a 19-year-old, ran from an officer, leading to a foot chase near Friedrich Park. That suspect was then picked up in another stolen Kia, attempted to back into an officer, and took off. That's when a pursuit began, lasting nearly 10 minutes until a crash at East and Elmwood Avenues in Brighton.
The suspect vehicle was traveling southbound on East Avenue and struck a vehicle that was turning westbound onto Elmwood Avenue. Sadly, the operator of their vehicle was 92-year-old Thomas Chase of Brighton, and he was killed in a collision. I went over to Mr. Chase's car. I've been doing this 32 years. I've seen a lot of things. Mr. Chase was there still in his car, covered with a blanket. He said the Lord's Prayer for Mr. Chase, because no one was there with him. No one but us.
Chief Smith says the victim was a graduate of the Eastman School of Music and an active volunteer across the community.
He leaves behind a devastated family that is left to pick up the pieces because, once again, teenagers are driving around recklessly in a stolen vehicle. I mean, my folks are working. We're working. Something isn't working. By the time we're arresting these folks, it's usually too late. They're already involved. But at the time of arrest, should be a chance for them to change their lives. Or, if they're unwilling to change their lives, there's consequences.
Now, as this horrific case moves forward, the Monroe County District Attorney's Office is going to assess pending charges for each of the three suspects. We're told by police that should be announced in the coming days. Meantime, the State Attorney General's office will be reviewing the police pursuit conduct, of which the RPD's chief says there were no violations. Anyone with more information on this investigation is still being asked to call the RPD Major Crimes Unit. And coming up on News 8 at 6, we will have more from an outraged city council member on all of this. Reporting in studio, Natalie Kutchko, News 8.